Hi everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to part 33 of Let's Play The Sims 4. So, some of you may be wondering why these two are just sitting here watching TV together amicably, rather than being at each other's throats or broken up. So, since the whole scandal or the whole fling between Malcolm and Tazz, their relationship has taken a bit of a hit, so let me get down to where Meredith is here. So the friendship has majorly taken a hit, but the romance is still there, still intact pretty well. Same goes for Meredith. So the reason why they are still together, even though it's been a little bit of time since the whole thing happened, is that Meredith believes that he only slept with Taz. She doesn't believe that any of the other flings that her friends told her actually happened, or she also doesn't believe that he's actually a criminal. She's just totally in denial of everything apart from him sleeping with Taz. She believes that's a one-time thing. She forgives Taz, she forgives Malcolm, she thinks that's it. That hasn't happened since. So she's still in denial, but she's not quite as in denial as she was before. She still is thinking in the back of her mind, what if this is all true? So she's kind of keeping a closer eye on him. She's not really ignoring things as much as she was before. So because of that, Malcolm has had to be a lot more careful, so basically he hasn't been able to be mean to any of her friends because he knows that if he is, they'll go running to Meredith and tell her about it because they're just really looking for any excuse to tell Meredith to break up with Malcolm because they're rather pissed off that she still hasn't broken up with him yet, despite all that he's done to her, that she's still together with him and still isn't seeing his true colors, even after what happened between him and Taz. And also, Meredith and Malcolm have been together for years, so there's been a lot of time invested into this relationship, so Meredith doesn't really want to let it go. She doesn't want to accept that this whole relationship has been a sham and a lie, so that's just another reason why she's just ignoring all the facts that are before her. And something about Malcolm, something about why he's the way he is that I haven't really discussed before, is that to him, basically, people are pawns to get what he wants. He'll be nice to people as long as there's something he can get from them, and if there isn't anything he can get from them, then he'll be mean to them, he'll mess with them for his own enjoyment because he's a sick person and really enjoys seeing other people angry. So with Meredith, she's been willing to support him throughout the whole relationship because really he's never really made a whole lot of money. She's just been willing to pay his way for everything. And it's very difficult to find someone who is willing to do that for years like Meredith has, so that's why he has stuck with her for all this time. And he's just mainly been with her for the stable lifestyle that she gives him, and maybe because he cares for her on some level. But now that she's onto him, this whole situation is a lot less fun because he has to be much more careful. And now that their relationship is almost at an end, because, they do argue from time to time, they're arguing a lot more than they used to, and Meredith deep down knows that this relationship really isn't the best for her, that she is eventually going to have to break up with him, but she's just trying to put it off as long as possible. But anyway, now that he knows that this relationship is nearing an end, he's debating whether to stop being careful and just show her her true colors just to mess with her and just to see her reaction, because like I said, he just really gets enjoyment out of seeing people being miserable, and he knows that if he just confirmed everything her friends have been telling her, that he could really make her very miserable and really get a lot of enjoyment out of that because she's just really a screwed up person. So that's what's going on with these two. It's just a really, really complicated situation, just a really, not really a good relationship, and they're both just hanging on to this relationship for the wrong reasons. Her, so she doesn't have to let go and admit that this long-term relationship is a sham, and him so he can continue to sponge off of her and continue to get support, because once he breaks up with her, he's on his own, and he does not make enough money to support himself, so he's sort of screwed. So he's just hanging on to this as much as possible, but as soon as he knows she's probably going to dump him, he'll probably just go all out to show her his true colors. But Malcolm does go off to work in less than 4 hours, and he does need to take care of this daily task right here. So we're going to have him use Meredith to accomplish that, have him mess with her a little bit, because he has been messing with her a little bit more lately, and that's another reason why she's just getting closer and closer to realizing that she needs to end this relationship. So we are just going to go right to the mischief interactions, and let's have him trick her with a hand buzzer. That won't exactly piss her off, but she might not be super happy about it. So we'll just see if we can get this taken care of. Let's also... What else do you want to do? Let's start a preposterous rumor. So let's see, he's got this half done now. And let's also... What else do we want to do? Let's instill her with fake confidence. And then we can also have him lie about his career just to say, no, I swear I'm not a criminal. I've told you a million times I'm not. So we'll have him just do that a little bit more until this is taken care of. So it looks like she's actually, this is actually increasing their relationship a little bit. So now he's gonna lie about his career, swear that he's not a criminal. And then let's also have him scare her, which she's probably not gonna like. Wait, what was... Oh, Meredith has put on a little bit of weight. And I guess this is a reference to that, but this is just so evil. Oh my gosh, we are gonna have him do this. She is gonna get so pissed off by this. Oh my god. I did not even realize that was a reaction. That was an interaction. That is just... Oh my gosh, that is great. It's so great, but it's so terrible. Like... Oh my gosh, I did not know that existed. Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah, so he's gonna scare her, and then he's gonna ask her a due date. So, let's see how this goes. Did she seriously not get offended by that? Yeah, after that she's definitely gonna get pissed off, so, we are gonna have her yell at him for that. He just tried to make up for it by wooing her a bit, but we're gonna have her yell at him, because, after asking her due date when she's not actually pregnant, he really deserves that, so, we're just gonna have her, yell at him, insult him back, for doing that, like, how dare you, and then he just keeps trying to make up for it, he just keeps trying to, like, get her to stop being mad at him for that, but after yelling at him a bit, and then him being really sweet back to her, and getting all angry, she does feel kind of bad, so we're gonna have her apologize in bed, just to try and make up for it, because, you know, even though he's a bad person, she's just a really sweet person, doesn't like to seem angry. So, yeah, she's gonna apologize to him in bed, which is another fun little interaction they could do when they get into little arguments and then want to make up afterwards. So, yeah, they're just gonna head over here and do that, and then right after that's done, she is definitely gonna need to be going to the bathroom, because she really needs to go. I just still can't believe there's actually an ask due date interaction. Like, that is so bad. I had no idea that was there. That interaction just... I can't believe they threw that in there. I mean, it's it's kind of great, though. Like, I just was so shocked to see that in there. So, we're just gonna have her use the bathroom now that she's done with that. But after that little bit of excitement, he is still angry. That didn't really help to make him not angry, but he does go off to work in an hour, and he has accomplished everything he needs to get a promotion, although I don't think he's gonna get one. But what are you gonna do? He's gonna dance. He's gonna dance his anger off, I guess. You know, let's have him kick over the trash can. I think that'll help with getting him to not be angry before going off to work, because we do want to get rid of that before he goes off to work. So now that you've got that out of your system, you want to go and clean that up. And looks like that was some good woohooing right there. They just threw a lot of really interesting interactions into this game. And then he does need to use the restroom though, so we'll have him do that after he cleans up that trash. And then he does go off to work shortly, and what is Meredith doing? Oh, she's just cleaning up some messes, so we're gonna have to clean this up right here. Looks like she's eating some food now, but with what happened just now, you can kind of see how Malcolm's charm has helped to keep this relationship together longer than it should have, because, you know, he said something really insulting to her, but then, you know, and she yelled back at him, but then he was just so sweet with trying to make up and hugging her and all of that, that she just felt really guilty for yelling at him, even though he just said something truly awful to her, and, you know, apologized to him in the way that she did. So it's just a really complicated, really messed up relationship. But he should be off to work now. Is he? Yes, he is about to be off to work. And hopefully, well, I mean, his performance should hopefully go up a lot. But I do want her to work on her mixology skills some. So for her milestone, she still needs to get to the mixology branch of the culinary career and achieve level 7 in mixology skill. So for the rest of the night, I just wanted her to practice her mixology skills some. So since that's all I'm going to be doing the rest of this day, I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the following day. It's the next morning, and after the events of the previous day, Meredith is finding herself feeling rather nauseous, something feels off. So we're going to have her take a pregnancy test to see if that's being caused by what she thinks it's being caused by. So we'll see what the results of this are. So it looks like Meredith's hunches were correct, and she actually is pregnant, which just adds more complications to this already complicated relationship. So she just looks really worried now by this fact. Like, she just actually doesn't look at all happy by this. Well, it could also be because she's kind of smelly, but we'll just pretend it's because of the news she just got. And her reaction to this isn't, okay, we'll have you take a shower over there. But anyway, her reaction to this isn't, oh, now it's an excuse to keep Malcolm, you know, because we got a kid on the way, like what some women might have, or I guess that stereotypical thing. Her reaction is more so the opposite of that. She's thinking, what if what her friends say are correct? What if he is a criminal? What if he is cheating on her? Is this the kind of person that she wants to raise a kid with? Is this who she wants influencing her child? And, you know, so she's thinking that maybe this is actually more of a reason to break up with him, because if this is all true, he could be a really bad influence on their kid, and it could lead to a not-so-safe life for the kid, since, you know, criminals tend to attract bad people. So she's just really not sure what to do about the situation. Is going to kind of hold off on telling him as long as possible. So yeah, this just makes this whole situation even more complicated, but it's kind of ironic that he insulted her by asking her due date yesterday, and now she actually does have a due date. So there you go. So her being pregnant, of course, does mean suggest baby names below. It'll be interesting to see what you all think of this situation and what exactly should happen between their relationship. I mean, they are eventually going to break up, and then I think when they do break up, I'll probably just have him kick Malcolm out and won't really continue playing as him, but he'll still be in the neighborhood, and we'll still see him from time to time, and, you know, maybe when the kid's a teenager, the kid can sneak off to his place behind Meredith's back, because, you know, she's not really gonna want the kid to have much to do, you know, to interact with Malcolm much, so the kid can kind of sneak off to their cool dad, and he might be somewhat of a bad influence on them. So that could be kind of interesting to play out in the future. So now they're just having an awkward breakfast together, and it's kind of obvious that she's pregnant, but she's just doesn't really want to tell him right yet. She's kind of waiting to say something to him, but we'll have her grab a serving because she's rather hungry, and then I guess he's just going to go off and go to the bathroom because he really needs to. And then when he's done with that, he can come back and eat his pancakes. So yeah, this part has just been interesting. And he does work today. She still has a day off, so I did want her to continue working on her mixology skills some. I didn't quite get her to level 5, but she was almost at level 5. But it does look like they're having a nice breakfast together. He just flirted with her a bit, so he's not really being mean to her. But now that they're done with this, I am going to just put these... Why can't I put this away? Well, I'm going to at least put this food right here away. And then I was thinking that before... Oh, looks like he's being good at cleaning it up. But I was thinking that before Malcolm goes off to work, I could have him go out in the town and do what he does best and terrorize some people for just a few hours before he goes to work. So what are you going to do? You're going to dance? Nope, we're going to have you go out on the town. I think instead of having him go to the Blue Velvet like he normally does, I'm going to have him go to the museum and mess with some of the people who are there. Malcolm is here at the museum, so let's see who there is that he can mess around with. So it looks like Tazz is there, but we want to avoid having him mess around with any of Meredith's friends because they're just going to go tell Meredith. There is Kai, but it's a little bit too mean to go messing with a kid. So here are some other people walking in, but they're going right up to Kai, so we probably don't want to mess with them right in front of him. So let's see, maybe we can have him... Well, it looks like he's already gonna chat with whoever this person is, so maybe we can have him just mess with them for a little bit, and then just be nice as soon as Tazz walks out. Just act like nothing was going on. And, wow, looks like he's already on insulting the people. And right in front of Tazz. You might not want to do that in front of her. Okay, we're gonna move away from Tazz because we don't want her seeing this. So, is there anyone not around her that we can mess with? Well, it looks like everyone's kind of going into the same spot. We could go out here and mess with this guy because, I mean, Kai's a kid, so he might not really know what's going on. So we'll have him go over here and give a rude introduction to this Edwin guy here. And then we can have him just be mean to him, because apparently that fight with Lily didn't count, so I'm gonna have him get into a fight with this guy to count as one of the 5 fights. So why is he looking romantic deck? And it looks like without even telling him what to do, he's already being mean to this guy. So let's mock his outfit. And what else do we do? Apply Mother's Llama. That's always a good insult. And let's jeer him. And then Kai's just sitting there like, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully Kai doesn't go tell his parents what's going on, but it looks like he's going off anyway. So we'll just get right to it, and we'll just fight right away. So Malcolm's just taking out his frustrations on some people that he finds. And we'll see if he wins this. Ah, man, he looks like he actually lost. Ooh, okay, so now he's feeling a little bit dazed. And let's see, who are you? Okay, so is Tazz still around here? Okay, looks like Tazz is gone, so we can just go in here and be mean to all these people, so we'll give a rude introduction to this guy. And I feel like I should probably wait a little bit until this dazed mood goes away to have him fight again, although it looks like we aren't going to have time to have him fight anyway. But I don't know, maybe we can get another fight in before he goes into work. Okay, so are you going to go... Okay, give a rude introduction to this person right here. Alright, so you come in. There he is. But maybe we should have him do some mischief interactions. Oh, although he is going to work now. So I will just be back to playing with Meredith while he is off at work. We are back at the house with Meredith, and she's just doing a little bit of cleaning right now. And after that, I wanted her to invite over Olivia, Lily, and Tazz just to tell them about the current situation and ask what she should do about it, because, you know, she doesn't really want to talk to Malcolm about it, so they're really the only ones that she can turn to, and she just really wants some support right now. And at this point, she's fully forgiven Tazz for what happened. Initially, she was more mad at Tazz than she was Malcolm, because she blamed Tazz for the whole thing, felt like it was Tazz's fault, like she seduced Malcolm, and that he wouldn't have done it otherwise, but then she's starting to realize, thinking about everything, that she's noticed that, you know, maybe Tazz was right, that he has been cheating on her all along, so, you know, at this point, like I said, she's fully forgiven Tazz. But, after she uses the restroom, I'm going to have her invite the girls to hang out, and I think she could actually call them while she's sitting on the toilet. The multitasking is very handy in that way, so, like I said, we'll have her invite over Tazz, Lily, and Olivia, and hopefully all 3 of them can make it, or at least one of them can make it, because she just really needs someone to talk to right now. So we will see who can make it. Okay, so everyone is coming over. That's great, because she can use all the support she can get right now, so you are not who we want to see. Okay, so here is Tazz, so we'll get her invited in. So I probably should go down the first floor, but let's invite Tazz in. And hopefully, okay, so there's Olivia coming over. They're all running over to see what's going on, why Meredith is so upset. It's doing this thing again. Alright, there we go, invite her in, and Lily, there is Lily. So we will make sure to invite her in as well. So let's just have her get right on it and share the big news with everyone, tell them why they're here. So, as soon as what is she doing? Oh, she's inviting Tazz in, or Lily in. Alright, so she's gonna share the big news with Tazz first. So she is doing that now, and they're probably gonna be happy. So it looks like she's happy with her, and let's have her go ahead and tell Olivia next, and then lastly she could tell Lily, and then they could just talk, figure out what to do about everything. So now she told, it looks like Lily's going right in and cleaning up a puddle that I missed, so we'll have her share the big news with Lily as well. But it looks like Lily's what is Lily doing? Lily's probably, I have a feeling, oh, never mind. I was about to say, I had a feeling Lily was going to try and clean things up that I missed, because she seems to do that whenever she goes over to someone's house. So now they're all just gonna go ahead and talk together. So we will have her have a deep conversation with all of them. And tell a funny story. Although I don't know why she'd be telling a funny story. This is kind of not really a situation for a funny story. But we'll just have her have another deep conversation. And then it might be fun to have them all stargaze together. They can just kind of talk about everything while looking up at the sky. So I did notice this group activity section right here, so I think stargazing should be in there. And I wonder if you can stargaze with more than one person. Maybe you can. It might be kind of cool if you could. But we will have her ask Tazz to stargaze, and maybe everyone else will join in on it, or I guess that's not going to happen. So no, don't go to bed yet. Not quite yet. So we'll have her reveal a deep secret to Olivia. And then, you know what, maybe they should all just go out here and talk together, and they could just sit outside and talk rather than standing upstairs in the hallway. That would probably work a little bit better for having a conversation. So they're all just gonna sit out here together, and I'm actually gonna get a picture of this, because I think this would just be a really nice picture to get. Just, except Lily, of course, is gonna walk away, but before she completely walks away, we'll get a picture of this. But I'm not gonna have her talk for too much longer, because she is getting very tired, and it looks like they're all heading on inside. I think I'm actually gonna have her say goodbye to everyone, and then just turn in for the night. They at least got to talk for a little bit, so hopefully that helped her with figuring out what she should do with this whole situation. Because it's just a really complicated situation, although I don't see the goodbye interaction right now. But I guess I'll just have her ask them to leave so that she can go to bed, and they won't, to let them know that she's gonna just be heading off to bed now. And, to say goodnight, since I couldn't exactly find an actual goodbye interaction. I'm going to go ahead and end this part here, so be sure to suggest baby names in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!